Yeah, so the recording has started, and so we just discussed about what it need to happen in the waterfall model. So in the waterfall model, first we need to have the requirements phase, and once the requirements phase is done, then only it will be moved into the next phase, which is the design phase. So now here I can say like my requirements phase is completed in 20th December, and say like that the design team is going to start working from say 04th Jan. So here you can say like the project is in design phase. Okay. And now the design team has worked say along around 2 weeks, and now it's like on the month of February, they have started the development. So now the project is in development phase. And for a period of 2 months, say 01st February to uh, say like 04 and May. So during this phase, the project is in development phase. Okay, and then they have released to the testing phase in the month of May, and the testing team has started working in this on the month of 10th May. And then here you can say it as like QA phase. And it's the testing has ended almost. It took 2 months of time to complete the testing. So let us say like it is completed in the month of 10th July. So it is say like QA done. And now we can say like the project is going into the production in the month of August. To say it is around 01st August. It we can say like it is moved to production deployment. And say from 03rd August, the project is in go live. Go live is nothing but the project is in live where the business users can start using our product or the project that what we have completed. So now these are the different phases in the software development. So we have the requirements phase started in the month of 17th October, and it is ended in the month of December. And the design phase is started in the month of January 2026, and it is completed in the month of Jan. Design phase is completed in the month of, so let's give a date here. It is 28th Jan. Here we will say like design phase start, and we will mention as design phase done. So here also we will say like from the February we have the development start, and in the month of May the development is done. And we have from the 10th May the project has been assigned to the QA team. So the QA testing phase has started, and they have to carry on 2 months of time, and they have completed their testing, which is QA done. Okay, we have the QA done. And then the production deployment. So they have started executing deploying the code into the production. And within after 2 days, the project has been moved into the go live. So we are clear till now. So let us assume like what will happen if your project that the same project, the intranet portal, if you are going to work on the Agile model. Say, let's first see here what happens in the Agile model. Let me put here. Yeah, so Agile. So if in the Agile process, what we need to happen is it is an incremental approach, so that we need not here what we need to have what will happen is like it is as it is an incremental approach, so we need not to wait until all the requirements phase should be completed. So in the development phase, in the say for in the waterfall model, we have the phase one, which is requirements on the web application. So what we will do in Agile, say here in Agile, let me put it here. The first requirement, I'll make it as a requirement one, which is website creation, and then also mobile app support. Okay, so now I have started the same process, like working on the requirement, website creation, and then the requirements related to the mobile side, so mobile app support. So now what will happen is like once we have completed the requirement, so now for the website creation, say like the website should be contain like HTML pages, and say some they should use some React UI, and what else we can say? They should have a chatbot. Uh, so these are few requirements related to the web development of the website. So what are first one is should be a HTML web pages, and then they need to use the React UI, and then they need to have a chatbot. They want to see the chatbot in the website. And coming to the mobile requirements, mobile app. So here, whatever the screen HTML pages that you have designed in the website should be compatible, and they can be, you can set like compatible in mobile as well. Mobile also. So you can say like it's a Android and iOS. So now, as a BA or a PO, I have started working on the first requirement, which is website creation and mobile support. In the website, I got the few requirements from the client related to the website. All the entire website should contain the HTML pages only, and then they should use the React UI, and then they should want have a chatbot here. And coming to the mobile app requirements, they need to have the same HTML pages designed in the web application should be compatible in mobile as well. And it should support for both Android and iOS. So now what I will do here is like I will be, so here let us see my requirement start date is for this one. I have started in September 17th October, and by 21st say something like let us suppose take it maybe 10 days. On 27 October, I have completed the requirements. So here it is the requirements start, and then this is the date where this particular requirement end. So what I'll do in the Agile here, as I have completed the requirement for these particular requirement for the information related to the requirement one. So I'll say like my requirements for the website creation and mobile support is done. So once I say like my requirements has been completed, it should be like you can say like documentation done, uh, and then sign-offs also, received sign-offs, or you can say approvals. And now what we will have, like the development team will come into the picture, or you can say the design team. So when I say like 17th October, from 18th or from 20th October, let's say like I got the requirements related to the website. So now here I'll say like design start. So like UI creating UI designs for web pages for website in HTML started here. And then by I think around 23rd, in the 3 days of time, the design, no, let us say, yeah, by 23rd October, uh, design for website is done. Website is completed. So completed UI designs for website. So what we will do here, so that the development team, 24th, from 24th October itself, the dev start. So the development team, dev team will start writing the code for the web, or writing the code, or we can say it as like code or logic for all the web pages in website. Okay, and then so it like they have took around 3 days of time to complete the code here. So dev, I think I'll not mention as a dev in progress, and development dev completed, done for website web pages. Development is completed for the website, or we can say it is like website development design is completed. So now from the date of 24, it's I say like 25th October. So the QA team, we can say like the QA started. So as we have the documentation ready, I think, yeah, so from 23rd October itself, let us see, like website design is completed, and then QA testing team started creating the test cases, creating test cases. And say like they have took around 2 days of time to complete the test execution. And I'll also mention is here like QA in progress. And now I'll say like testing is completed for the website design. I'll mention here as testing is completed for the website design. So if you see here, on 27th 10 October, I have completed my requirements for the requirements for website creation and mobile development. And so after completing that, say, is the date here? Yeah, my requirements are completed. Okay, so now my website requirements for the website is completed, say it around 20th October. And I have started working. Development is completed for the sorry, requirements completed for the mobile app as well. So now what I will do here on 10/23, I think on 23rd October, requirement 2 started. So requirement 2 started in the sense like I have started working on the requirements for LMS module. And say I have worked in the requirements related to the LMS module till uh, November, and say requirement 2 is completed. And on 3rd November, I'll start working on the requirements for HRM module. Requirements 3 started for HRM module. Okay, so if you see here, once the project is started, I have completed the requirements for only one part, which is website and the mobile app. So as soon as I complete the requirements for this one, so the design team started working on the website creation and then HTML pages. So it means like they did not to wait until all the requirements related to all these requirements to be completed as mentioned in the waterfall models. So once the requirements for this web application is completed, so the design team has taken the requirements related to the web design and they have completed the design part and they have assigned it to the dev team. So the dev team started working on the writing the code for the web pages. And see, as soon as they complete the website design, they have been assigned into the testing. So if you see here, the project is in not remain constant in one phase. So if we client ask the status of the project, we can say like the project has completed the release one, or we can say it like a sprint one. So in the release one, we are going to deliver the features of website creation and the mobile app development, so that the client will get the impression like, okay, there is something happening in my project. So there is some improvement in my project where I can see initially in my project, I can see initially the website and I can see the UI website pages and I can see the website design. And similarly, I can able to see the same designs in the mobile app as well. So the client will get the impression like there is some work happening or there is some increment in the project. Whereas if you move to the waterfall here, until and unless till 17th October, if you see, the entire project is still in requirements phase. Yeah, here. So I have started in the month of 17th October until 10th December. The project still remains in the same phase, which is in the requirements phase. Because as per the as per the waterfall model, so only one phase is completed, then only the next phase is going to start. That is, once the requirements phase is completed, then only the development or the design phase is going to start. When I say like the requirements phase is completed, it means like all the requirements related to the project. So these are all the requirements related to the project, like dashboard, web application, LMS, HRM. All these are the requirements related to the complete intranet project. So this will be completed, then only the design will come into the picture. Whereas if you see here the Agile, we need not to wait until all the requirements to be completed. As soon as we get one of the requirement related to the website creation and the mobile app support is done, then the respective teams, like we have the design or the development team, they have started working, taking those requirements documents, and they have started working their work, like creating the designs and writing the code. Similarly, when the code is completed, the QA team has started, came into the picture, and they have started working on what need to they have started working on executing or testing the website design. So it doesn't mean like they need not to wait until all the requirements for the project to be completed, like LMS module, website creation, HRMS module, and expense management system, and the reporting services. So instead of waiting to complete all these modules, the QA has started taking one of the piece of the work, or one of the one of the piece of the work, and they have started testing the project. So now if someone asks about me the status of the project, I can say like my project is in test phase. Like they are testing the you can see like the project is in test phase for the release one, or you can say like for sprint one. So we will discuss about like what is sprint when we move in detail about the agile methodology. So my intention is to make you understand at a high level the differences between the waterfall model and the agile model here. Okay, so that is the reason I have put the dates for each and every phase, and what need to happen if you choose for the waterfall model, and what it is going to happen if you go for the agile model, and what is the reason behind every company or every client is looking to have the project in the agile. The reason behind is, instead of waiting to see entire project developed in a single glance, here, the client can able to see his the development of his project in a small pieces, or you can say like in a small bricks. Till they need not to wait till the entire wall is to be constructed. They just can able to see the simple work of the things in the form of a blocks here, or you can say simple bricks. So is it clear? Let me